Hey fam, it's me Aaron. This is Comic Spotlight, where I talk about something that I really like that maybe doesn't have a spotlight elsewhere, or sure this has a lot of good reviews, but I haven't reviewed it very well, and I really enjoy it. So I want to give a spotlight to it. It's Peter Panzerfaust. You might have heard of it. If you have heard of it, you probably love it. Here's what it looks like, and it's essentially Peter Pan in World War II. He's an American freedom fighter in France, leading a bunch of orphans who are the Lost Boys, and it's just this very fun, compelling story that I am absolutely in love with. It has so much charm and so much charisma, and there Peter Pan, he's reckless, he's crazy, he endangers people with his recklessness, but he has this charm and charisma that you want to be right beside him as he does this. And if you've ever had anyone in your life like that, you know exactly what type of character he is and how awesome he is. And for me, I love this book starting for one reason was, you guys know Fables. A lot of people know Fables. It's great, but it never had Peter Pan. And as people reading through Fables, some people ask me, like, where's Peter Pan? Well, Peter Pan was originally going to be the adversary. Now, that's not a spoiler because I said Peter Pan was originally going to be the adversary. I didn't tell you who the adversary was if you haven't read it. So you just know it wasn't Peter Pan. And they couldn't do it because the rights were tied up, even though it was public domain. Peter Pan was like kind of owned by some children's hospital, and DC didn't want to take that risk of doing anything when the rights lapsed or something. But this book is freaking awesome, and I'm glad that Peter Pan wasn't in this, and he's in here, because it just gives him so much room to breathe in this mashup of World War II and the Peter Pan mythos, and how these characters fit. They take pieces of real history and elements of the Peter Pan mythology, and it's just blended so well, and the characterization is so intimate. It works, and it's such a suspenseful storytelling, not just the immediacy of it all, that it's war, but that it's told through flashback. Each issue is, there's a guy that's doing some research, maybe writing a paper or a book or something, and he's interviewing each of the Lost Boys, as they're elderly now, about their experience with Peter. We have no idea what happened to Peter. We have no idea which Lost Boys survived this, except for the ones that have so far been interviewed. And we get the bits and pieces from their perspective, from their point of view. And Peter is universally loved, but I just can't say enough about how much I love this book. Even Captain Hook, an SS captain that Peter had... obviously something happened to his hand by Peter, but this book is full of just this whimsy, just this magic, this pixie dust. And it's the type of book that you can give to anyone and they would love. It's not, it's not the superhero stuff, but I have a customer that I like that his mother at times gave him some guff about how much he was spending on comics, how many he was reading, blah, blah, blah. And one of them was Fables, and he's reading all this stuff, and he lent Panzerfaust to his mom, said, you probably like this. And she did. And it changed her whole opinion on what comics can be. And I like that. And here's why you should care and why it's so relevant, other than the fact that, yes, it's a great book. Yes, you'll love it. We've just built this beautiful, historic, mythic mashup. And the art's great, too. It truly fits. Tyler Jenkins captured it. It's that era, that period piece, kind of like, I don't know, Indiana Jones is, but it's going to be a BBC show. It's going to be a BBC animated show. That's the relevancy. So I got to get it in now, like before all that comes out, and it looks like I'm just jumping on the bandwagon of like, yeah, it's your BBC show, it's animated, of course, but this has a date stamp. You know that I was pimping it before then. I've been loving it myself for a while, selling in the store to people that like Fables. And as an animated show on BBC, they're voice actors, so they can get some big names, and here are the big names that they got. Elijah Wood for Peter, awesome. Summer Glau for Wendy, and Ron Perlman for Hook. I mean, that's great, right? So it's a great book. The $1 issue is at finer comic book stores everywhere. I will give it free to everyone that comes in my store and say, hey, I saw that video. I think I want to check this out. Here you go. And we've had a couple other books he's done. They're actually promoted in here where it's just like other stuff by Weeb if you like this. And of them, I like Grim Leaper the best. I think that's what you should go to next if you really like his voice, because that has that unique kind of, it's a love story to die for. And Peter, just this character of Peter, he has what every man wants. He's who I want to be. He has, a battle to fight, an adventure to live, and a beauty to rescue. And that's what he does. And he might be foolhardy, he might be reckless, but his heart's in the right place. And, you know, I want to be in that place with him. And that place now is reading the book. So I love this. And I'm also excited about Weave's new book coming out for Image called Rat Queens. And it's an homage to D&D playing, to fantasy novels, to video games. It's going to be a long-form thing that I'm sure will have his unique take on life. And I'm digging this. Give Peter Panzerfaust a chance. If you have a heart and a soul, if you like intimacy with characterization and, you know, a fun, fast-paced story, you'll really enjoy it. So thanks, guys. Bye-bye.